You know, I get asked all the time what my favorite kind of food to eat is, and I don't even hesitate for a second. It's steak. Steak, steak, steak all day long. Love me a thick-cut New York strip. Medium well. Yeah, don't laugh. So if you're wondering what my favorite episode to shoot has been so far, it's not the one on Chick-fil-A. Not up for the sizzling, buttery goodness they dish up at Ruth's Chris? Well, maybe you want to try some of the steaks you'll get at a good number of other restaurants in Savannah. They all come from the same place out here in Brooklyn, from a family that's been doing their thing for about 8 years now and supplying a lot of the beef you eat when you go out to eat. That list would include Belford's, Moon River, Brasserie 529 on Liberty Street, Thrive out on the island, and Brighter Day near Forsyth Park. The biggest feather in their cap so far, though? Their beef was voted best burger at Green Truck Neighborhood Pub. Who are we talking about? It's the Hunter Cattle Company, the man in charge, Del Ferguson, easily this area's largest provider. But it didn't start out that way.
Our primary purpose at first was to provide food for our family. I've got our children and their families and our grandchildren out here, and so the first thing we wanted was beef and pork and poultry, just like I had growing up.
That desire to provide for his family led to family and friends trying it, liking it, and telling their family and friends. Next thing you know, he's got a retail shop in his farmhouse and plans for expansion on the hundreds of acres his family already has out here.
We're not selling like the grocery stores by any means. You know, we don't sell tons and tons, but you know, we have a lot of loyal customers that buy from us and expect us to serve them, you know, naturally raised beef.
That, according to Del, is the secret. Natural raised grass-fed beef. Think it doesn't make a difference? He's getting calls almost weekly from other restaurants in town that want in on his pure product, making it hard for them to keep up with the demand.
If you don't grow grass, you can't raise cows. So that's the first thing that you have to pay attention to. And of course, we don't use commercial fertilizer. We put chicken litter out. We allow the cows to distribute, you know.
All over this working farm. Del and his wife Deborah live on the property, as do their children and their families. Most everyone works in the family business, and at this point, they almost have to.
We had a couple from Montreal, Canada come out here that actually ate a hamburger at Green Truck while on vacation, and actually came out and bought all their beef and pork for their vacation while they stayed in Savannah.
That's quite an endorsement, because it's a good 45-minute drive from downtown Savannah. If you want to try it, you're going to have to come out here because it's not available in stores.
8 years ago, I didn't even have the dream of doing Hunter Cattle retail. It's kind of grew out of a demand by people that really loved what we were doing.
They do. Just take a look. The day we were there, it was a farm day at Hunter, an event they hold once or twice a year for their friends and family. No advertising, no bright lights, just some emails, a grill, some burgers, and lots of smiling kids. This was the turnout during the Georgia-Florida football game on Halloween weekend. A perfect setting for a perfect afternoon of family fun.
Whether we make tons of money or not, it's very rewarding to know that people appreciate it and that we're doing a service for people.
The food is pretty good too. Coming up on Eat It and Like It, don't believe me? We're going to show you how it's done. Cooking with Del, home on the range. We'll show you how he prefers his steaks and how you can make one at home. That's up next. Welcome back. We're out here in Brooklyn at Hunter Cattle for a good time with our friends on the farm. Del Ferguson and his wife Deborah have been out here for about 8 years now, turning what was a simple feed-the-family operation into the area's largest beef provider. That's a lot of work for a family operation, but they have it down to a science, including every Monday or Tuesday when Del slows down enough to take a bite of what is being shipped out.
You always got a piece that's not perfect, and that's the piece I take, and I take it and I taste it to see what kind of tenderness.
Grill it or you cook it like that?
I do it just like that.
Just like that is cowboy style. Gotta love it. A cast iron skillet on hot coals. You know that pan is hot. A little bit of coconut oil, then you are in steak heaven.
Get that frying pan good and very hot. All I do is put it down on one side for about 2 to 3 minutes, flip it over and do the other side 2 or 3 minutes, and that's all it takes.
Perfect recipe if you like to hear a moo when you take a bite, which Del and most other people, for that matter, do.
It really doesn't get much better than this, Del. I mean, an atmosphere like this, this is your home. I want to thank you for welcoming us out here. I'm digging into this steak like it's nobody's business. Cut! Not cut you, cut the steak. Oh, this, I was telling you, reminds me of my dad, the way this steak was cooked. Perfect, high five. Thank you, sir. This is just wonderful. Now, these recipes your own?
Oh yeah, that's all family secrets.